Hi everyone, I'm going to do a full review in regards to Donna Eau De Parfum by Valentino. So to me, it started off sweet, powdery, very elegant, very sophisticated. It smells expensive, luxurious, and very beautiful. It has the sweetness to it. It's mature. It's not like a bubblegum sweetness to it, if that makes any sense. Because the matureness of it, it's not reminding me of old lady-ish perfumes. So the matureness of it is more in regards to wisdom. To me, when I envision a person wearing this, if you've never seen the series Suits, which it has Donna in it, there's a character called Donna, and that is who I envision with this fragrance. When you look at the bottle, the way it's designed, unfortunately it doesn't have a cap on there, which to me really is a bit of a letdown. I love my fragrances to have caps on there for, sealing in even more of the fragrance. That's the only downside I've ever seen from the bottle. The bottle itself is extremely beautiful. It has spikes all over the glass side of it. It has a gold spray on the top. It's just beautiful. The way it looks extremely sexy and girly and sophisticated. The liquid is in like a baby pink. So that is who I envision. If you don't know who Donna is from Suits, you might want to check that out. She is a force to be reckoned with. I love her character. I love the show. So if you've never watched the show, which you should, to me, the woman that is wearing this is someone extremely confident, strong, determined, tenacious, answers every question you have, like just has answers and solutions to everything. If not, she's on it. That's who I really envision someone with this fragrance. It's a very, very beautiful fragrance. It's a little too powdery for me though. Even though the smell, the powderiness of it isn't in an extreme like Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana, but the powderiness of it is still really a big factor in the fragrance. I think if the powderiness, powderiness, is that even a word? The powdery part of it was a little bit toned down. I think I would like it a little bit more. I think it being so powdery for me, it kind of gave me a slight headache in a way, but also I did spray a lot. So that could be it as well. Because after I retried it again, and I only did 1 or 2 spritzes, it wasn't headache inducing. So be careful in how much you douse this over yourself, because sometimes it might give you a headache. The way it evolves is very subtle. It feels like a small wave, but continuous, in which you don't even notice it. If you've ever been on a small boat, let's just say in the middle of the ocean, if you've ever been in one of those big ships, like a yacht or something in that magnitude, and then you go in a smaller ship or a smaller boat in which it can only probably hold like 20 people or less, and when the water is still, yet you're still moving, and this is in the middle of the ocean, you don't see any land anywhere no matter where you look, it's that kind of steady movement that the evolution of this perfume is to me, and it's very beautifully made. And I almost forgot, the main accords for this from Fragrantica is powdery rose, vanilla floral, and leather. I don't really smell leather in the beginning. However, later on, and the reason for me to probably not get this, it's very beautiful, but it's just not for me. Number one is the powderiness. Number two is the leather. The leather makes it smell masculine. I know sometimes leather can probably make it smell really strong and like it gives you this oomph of confidence, but to me, it didn't really do that for me. So I was disappointed in that. So the top notes are, actually only one is bergamot. The middle notes are iris and Bulgarian rose. The base notes are vanilla, leather, and patchouli. This is an incredibly beautiful fragrance, and I am somewhat very intimidated by it. And that's also a big reason why I probably won't get it. I don't feel like I'm in that category yet, or because it reminds me of like Chanel No. 5 in a way. Like, you have to have this ooze of confidence and you have to have like this power. And to me, I don't think I'm there yet. I don't think I'm there yet. So if you're one of those people that do not get intimidated by fragrances in that way, and you want to feel this incredibly powerful, strong confidence, and you want that oomph, this might be the fragrance for you. If you like powdery fragrances, a little bit of sweetness, if I compare this to other sweet fragrances, let's just say Candy is number 10, which is really sweet. And then La Vie est Belle would be around that range too, number 10 or like a 9. The sweetness to this would probably be between 2 to 4. It's very subtle. It is not super sweet. And I think with that, the sweetness with it gives it the femininity. However, I think the leather part of it gives it that boost of confidence and that intimidation in a way that if you can't handle it, you're gonna feel intimidated, if that makes any sense. It is a very, very beautiful fragrance, and I really, really wish I did love this because of the bottle and because I'm a fan of suits, and it does remind me so much of Donna. But it's just not for me. I mean, not for me right now, not for me yet, but it's just not for me. So if you don't know, I probably will do a perfume collection at some point so you guys can see really what my taste in perfumes are, and hopefully if there's someone out there that I can help, because I do watch a lot of perfume videos and a lot of collection videos, and I've noticed that there are certain YouTubers that, let's just say, they like a certain perfume, and I do too, and a lot of their perfumes I like as well. I look at the other ones that I've never tried, I've never bought yet, and I try those to see if I might like it. And there are also other ones that if I'm curious about a certain fragrance and they have it in their collection, however, majority of their collection is something that I do not like and I've tried and tested it, then I will probably not like it as well. So I hope there's someone out there that I was able to help with this video and this review in regards to Donna Eau De Parfum by Valentino. Hello, I will be talking about Dolce by Dolce & Gabbana Eau De Parfum. And so, I know, if you've seen my other videos, you probably already know or probably already guessed in my response in regards to this fragrance. So anyway, on Fragrantica.com, the main accords are floral, musky, aquatic, fresh yellow, floral, and green. This was released back in 2014. I wasn't impressed back then, and I'm still not. So first whiff, it's a very fresh, powdery, and white floral to me. Also smells very green, smells clean and soapy. You lose me when it's soapy. a very light daytime fragrance. It's a work fragrance for me. I mean, but not literally for me. If there's anybody out there that's looking for a white, floral, clean, soapy kind of smell, this might be for you. It's just not for me. It's very boring to me. Definitely not for me personally. I am not into powdery and soapy fragrance. Powdery is a hit or miss for me. When it's very subtle and it's just kind of there and it's made incredibly well, I might like it. If it's too pronounced and you add the soapiness in there, it just makes me like gag. It's just too much for me. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it. I guess because when I smell something very soapy and extremely powdery and you mix those two together, that's just old lady-ish to the max. Each whiff I give is just another I don't even want to say it. It's just boring. It's just boring every single time. It's a complete and utter dud for me. And the worst part is this is really a luxury fragrance. It's by Dolce & Gabbana. And it's just a luxurious dud. I never liked it before. I tried to open my mind because I love Dolce Garden so much, and I'm thinking, you know what? I love the flanker so much. I know it doesn't smell like it at all, but maybe I'm just gonna give it another try, and it still sucks. It evolves into a slight sweetness, a very, very slight. However, whenever I sniff it close to my face, it makes my nostrils burn, and that's not a good thing for me. It also gave me a headache. There's something about powdery smells, and you add the soapiness in it, it gives me a headache. There's something in it. It could be because a lot of times it smells artificial, you know? And sometimes, even no matter how luxurious the brand is, sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes it's just kind of hard to get something for me, which is a lot of powdery and soapiness in it, in the smell, to make it to be a win for me to add in my life. If you are into powdery scents, white floral scents, and powdery as well as soapiness, all those three factors, this is your perfume. If you're looking for a daytime fragrance, if you're looking for a work fragrance, if you're looking for like, oh, I'm having breakfast with my family today, or brunch with my family, or something like that, or I'm having a lunch with my friends or my family, this is definitely one of those fragrances for that occasion, especially if it's in the spring or the summer, or if you want to go to a garden party, if you're having a little party during the day. This is definitely that fragrance, like a work garden party. This is definitely a fragrance for you. It's very luxurious. That part is not really taken away, but the soapiness just kills it for me. The powderiness is just like, oh my God, I'm choking. It's one of those things. It's just not for me. So if you like this type of fragrance, this might be a winner for you. If you prefer the type of fragrances that I prefer, this is not going to be a winner for you. I'm sorry for that. But no matter what, I always tell everybody to test it on your skin, just in case it might transcend something different on your skin when mixing with your pH level. If you're one of those people that are really sensitive, you get hives, you get irritation, you get dermatitis when it comes to perfumes or any kind of fragrance on your skin itself, and you just spray it on your clothes or maybe your hair if you want to, that's not really advisable because of the alcohol content. But if you're one of those people still, and you'd still do that, you just try to whiff it. And you like this fragrance, I never want to suggest anybody to do a blind buy because fragrances are so subjective. But I do not give this a lot of praise at all. I don't give this any praise at all. And it has decent lasting power. I wouldn't say it's like a Chanel or a Galant or a Hermes, or I mean, even though it's a luxury brand, it doesn't really last as long as it's other competing brands, if that makes any sense. It does last you a few hours. And on something like clothing, it will last you probably over 12 hours, between 12 to 24. But on your skin, it will probably last you a few hours. I would say between 2, 3, and 4, depending on how you use it. If you're rubbing it like this, forget about it. You're ruining the perfume. I usually spray it like this, and I just let it dry by itself. I don't wave my hand at it, actually, and then I spray another one on my other, the inside of my wrist. Sometimes if I spray it on one side and I just do this, I do not rub, I just tap, and I'm done. This one for me is just disappointing. Yeah, I wish they could have a flanker in regards to this from Dolce, and it's white floral, and it's beautiful. It's not super clean. It's not super soapy. It's not super powdery. I might like that, because I am really leaning, even though I don't like a lot of floral perfumes, I am leaning towards white florals lately, for whatever. It could be the season. So no for me. But thank you so much for stopping by. And if you are one of those people that do like this kind of fragrance, you might want to check it out. Before I forget, I don't want to offend anybody there, but to me, this smells a little old lady-ish. It's just a mixture of the soapiness and the powdery. It's just like, I'm at grandma's guest bathroom, and there's just a lot of, to me, it's tchotchkes when you have all those potpourris and like the frilly kind of decor in the bathroom. You know what I mean? I guess I'm more of a minimalist in regards to decoration. I don't know, but that's what it kind of reminds me of. I know this was targeted to younger women, but I don't see that, and I think it's because of the powdery and the soapiness. I can't say more, but that's all I get.